Good morning, South Africa, and welcome to our election series as we count down to the general election on May the 29th. As we get closer to the elections, we can expect a lot of gaslighting from political parties, and this was perfectly demonstrated by the fake outrage over the DA's election ad. If you haven't seen it, then this is what has caused such a stir.
In this election, for the first time in 30 years, the ANC will lose its majority, but they will do anything to stay in power. Imagine a coalition between the ANC, the violent EFF, and the Zuma faction. Under this coalition of corruption, life will only get worse. This election is about survival. Unite to rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
Now the ANC has jumped on the opportunity to claim that the DA ad is treacherous. This was the president's reaction to the ad.
The flag of our country is a sacred article in the life of our country. It is that flag that unites all of us. It is despicable that a political party can, as it seeks to express itself, go and burn the symbol of our unity, the symbol of our existence as a nation. And I think it is treasonous.
The problem with this claim is that people are intentionally misrepresenting the meaning of the ad, as the DA spokesperson explains.
The intention of the ad is to underscore the critical stage that our country is in and to juxtapose the two options that are really in front of the electorate as we go into this election. The burning flag symbolizes the continuing decline that our country currently faces and what we anticipate based on what we have seen through the coalition with the ANC, the EFF in Ekurhuleni and also in Johannesburg, and what they have done to collapse or derail service delivery and governance. And that is why even in the image of the flag of the ad is not completely burnt out, because there is a moment of hope that all is not lost and that we can restore our country on the path of prosperity. And that is why you see that there is an immediate restoration of the flag, because it represents the aspirations that are in there, that we can still steer the country in the right direction if we have a change of national government.
If you are offended by the flag burning, then you should not be offended by this ad, because that is exactly what it is warning against. The point of this ad is to warn South Africans that we are facing a situation where it is not only the symbol of the country that will burn, but the country itself. Treason is the act of betraying your country for personal benefit. So we must ask, who are the real traitors? The irony of the ANC accusing the DA of treason can only be lost on people who are brainwashed or stupid. Let's consider what true treason looks like. Allowing 80 South Africans to be murdered every day under the ANC's watch as crime spirals out of control. This is treason. Allowing 115 women to be raped every single day in South Africa. This is treason. When the ANC government lost 1,500 psychiatric patients and effectively murdered 144 people through negligence, that was treason. That 30 years after the end of apartheid, more than 2,900 schools in the country still have pit toilets. This is treason. The fact that under the ANC government, education in the country is so bad that only 1 out of 30 grade 4 pupils in this country can read for meaning. This is treason. That the unemployment rate has risen from 20.82% at the end of apartheid to 30.1% under the ANC. This is treason. The 30 years of ANC corruption and state capture, that is treason. The ANC giving government jobs to friends instead of competent people, that is treason. When the ANC members in Parliament stood up in front of the country and told us that the swimming pool built for Jacob Zuma with tax money was a fire pool, that was treason. When Cyril Ramaphosa was found to be hiding millions of dollars of foreign currency in his couch and refused to explain it to the South African people, and the ANC covered for him, that was treason. When people were dying during COVID and losing their jobs, but the ANC was stealing billions from the COVID relief fund, that was treason. When the ANC systematically destroyed Eskom, Transnet, Denel, the Post Office, the SABC, SAA, and other state-owned enterprises through corruption, that was treason. That government spending is so out of control it will result in a debt spiral that will bankrupt the country, this is treason. Today, Cyril Ramaphosa will sign the NHI into law in the hope of buying the votes of the poor. He knows the country cannot afford the NHI, he knows it cannot be properly implemented, he knows it will destroy healthcare, but he's going to do it anyway. Because Ramaphosa, like the ANC, care more about votes than about the voters. This is treason. The DA ad is not an act of treason, it is a warning of the treason that is taking place and that will continue to take place if the ANC remains in power. And worse, if the ANC goes into coalition with the EFF and MK. To remain in power, the ANC will give in to the demands of the EFF and MK. And then, we really don't need to worry about the flag burning because the country will go up in flames. So, you may find the DA ad shocking, you may find it offensive, but the fact remains, it is a warning, not treason. But if you vote for the ANC, the EFF or MK, you are committing treason.